still a bit of good, so good. And I know just what to say, and I know just what to do. And I'm so sick of pain, but it's hard to quit with you. Losing this game, I can't afford to be losing this game. And I know you're the safest bet. The rules in my mind can't find the words, no, I can't seem to find. But I'm really trying to get reason right. Let's take our time and choose whether we green or yellow, whether we deep or shallow. Please me now, cause we're about to lose. Whether we buy or hello, whether we stay or jello. Sometimes, honey, me, you put a little bit of gasoline. I burned out, so to speak. I come a little closer. Here's some disclosure. Do you mind to quit your pretending? Truth or false, this shit never ending. Hear me now and stop condescending. You see, I'm begging you, hear me, babe. If you're sick for love, don't try to hide it. Find it deep inside and try to hide it. If there's a way, I wanna know we tried it. Quit your games and now that you denied it. Losing this game, I can't afford to be losing this game. And I know you're the safest bet. The rules in my mind can't find the words, no, I can't seem to find. But I'm really trying to get reason right. Let's take our time and choose whether we're green or yellow, whether we deep or shallow. Please me now, cause we're about to lose. Whether we buy or hello, whether we stay or jello. I got room and make amends, but can't go through the same regrets. It could feel so good on mine. Not about love, again. And I know you're the safest bet. Yellow, whether we deep or shallow. Please me now, cause we're about to lose. Whether we buy or hello, whether we stay or jello. Somewhere on the sea, it got a little longer, so it seems. I burned out, so to speak. Now come a little closer.
What's up?
Hi! Hello everybody and welcome to the live stream.
What's going on, peoples? Happy New Year.
It seems like we finally got it to work, right?
I think so, man. Yeah, it's been the last couple of streams, it's been really difficult. So let us know if you hear us. Just give us a comment and we're gonna make sure the volume's good.
Well, yeah, look, it looks good right here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm seeing it in the video on my phone. Looks like we don't have any problems. Except for a cat. Yeah. But welcome to live stream. It's very good to be live streaming on this beautiful. Oh, it's Saturday. We usually live stream Sunday morning. Saturday morning, and it seems like a lot of you guys are finally catching us, which is great, and we're so happy that you're here.
Oh yeah. Definitely. So, looks like no audio issues. Thank you very much.
See? New year, new us, new live stream.
Sorry, Cam. Yeah, we just cut off the music. Got to work on a transition for that, you know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, we'll fade it out next time, a little fader.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love how everyone's like, I can hear you, I can hear you, I can hear you. At this point, you guys expect that you can't hear us. But now that you can, this is something to celebrate.
Cool. We'll probably have a kitty jumping through the stream. You guys already know the deal.
Yeah, but I tried to make her tired out, you know, so that she would sleep, but now she woke up from her nap.
Yeah. Let me fix a little something real quick.
But you should put those down so that she doesn't knock anything off. See, this is part of real life, guys. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna see what you guys are saying. And I like Cam, your concern for Chanel to be fed with water. She has been fed and watered.
Watered.
안녕하세요. Good morning and Happy New Year's. Yeah, we just had this old train line. See, I feel like that was a little extra freshness. You know, we had the music going before anything. This was fresh. That was the Soul Train line. Emily, we're so glad that you finally made it to live stream. Vicky, Ola, and Vida, Happy New Year to you as well. Everyone's saying hello to each other, which is great. We have Sheila's vlog joining in.
What
Hi,
up?
Sheila. Feliz Año Nuevo, Cedric and Becky. That's from Vicky.
Ah, Vicky, thank you. What do we say back?
Happy New Year. You
Feliz
say Feliz Año Nuevo.
Nuevo.
Happy New Year, Carolyn. Hi. 외국인 왜 remix. Actually, we just ended the song at that point.
Yeah, we got some more music though.
Brooklyn girl coming in from Florida. Hi. I'm so glad everyone can hear us. Chanel just wants our attention, so just ignore her. Don't look at her, okay? Oh, we have support from Portugal. This is R. Teodoro. Maybe it's the pronunciation, Teodoro. Hi, Mirth. Taylor from Milwaukee. Aha. Yeah, and Vicky, we have some strawberries and coffee and
Cranberries.
cranberries. He's a big fan of dried cranberries these days. Lori, hi, and Happy New Year's. Yeah, Cam, these are pretty big strawberries. But actually, these are the smaller ones. They have seemed to come out with like wangdargi. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's like, I guess
It's
they're
like the
genetically
size of
modified.
my fist. These huge strawberries. I'm very skeptical.
It's like shrimp and jumbo shrimp, like that comparison.
yeah. I don't think they're gonna be tasty, to be honest.
I don't know how you grow strawberries that big.
Mutant. But these strawberries are decent sized, admittedly. Oh, Catherine, I woke up at 4 a.m. to watch you guys. Love from Botswana.
Oh my goodness, that's so
Wow.
cool. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining us. Hey, there was this great TED Talk that talks about the mysterious 4 a.m. Have you ever heard that? 4 a.m.? So he has this theory that 4 a.m. is actually a sort of mystical hour. And then he shows all this evidence throughout history. For example, like moments happening in the government that were kept secret until years later, and it's revealed in the articles that it happened at 4 a.m. in the morning. Or in the movies where it's like, I heard somebody was coming. What time was it at? 4 a.m. So he has this theory that's like, oh, 4 a.m. is a mysterious time where all the powers of the universe collide in one moment. So
Right. That makes sense.
see, this is a special time.
I used to wake up not at 4, but like 4:30 was my earliest for years. 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Why?
I used to like work out and stuff before work.
Right.
That was a long time ago. Kind of wish I could do that again. This is Chanel the kitty. She's what, 6 months, 7 months?
Yeah,
Maybe 8 months old.
You're gonna be 7 months old.
So she's like, I guess apparently still quite energetic.
Kittens are considered kittens until 1 year of age. So you're not even a young adult yet. You're still a little baby. Oh, go. Let's see. No biting, Icky. All right, so we have already the questions. What did you guys do for Christmas and New Year's? Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about 2020, our review of 2020, our thoughts. As they say, retrospect, looking back is 2020 vision.
Yeah, actually, I heard someone say that. I thought it was like, I don't know, I only heard it once. I thought it was brilliant.
That's so clever! And it's so suitable for this time. See, 2020
Very.
vision. Oh my gosh, 2020! I told you 2020 is just like a great number. You guys should read my blog post about 20 things I learned in 2020. But I guess we'll kind of talk a little bit about that too. Some of the things we learned. 2020. Let's see. So yeah, we'll talk about Christmas. We'll talk about New Year's. We'll talk about 2020. All of those things. Vicky says, "Good job. Your Spanish is 100." Hi Joshua. Hi Jackie. Sheila says, "Oh, the cat. LOL. Cute." It sounds as if like that's not cute. Get that cat out of there. Lily, hi from Toronto. Great to have you. Just living as Jade. Hi from London. Oh, this is so wonderful.
This is crazy. All over the world.
Love to have people all over the world. This is the New Year celebration. Proper New Year celebration. We can't see each other in person physically. You know, we can't gather for parties. But here we're joining from all over the world, from all time zones. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's still New Year's Day, and probably where most of the viewers are watching from.
Really?
Because right now it's the second for us here.
Hang on a second. We have Katie, Boo Boo, Happy New Year, and much love from Hanover, Germany. Did you just follow me on Instagram today? I think I just followed you. Because I'm looking at your photo, and I think so. I followed you on Half the Project as well. Chanel is cute. She's a cute little baby. And she's very talkative. She's actually very quiet right now, honestly. They say Siamese cats are chatty, but Chanel, who's a Korean short hair, is way chattier. Very chatty. Yeah, Happy New Year's. Hindsight, that's the word. Thank you, Emily. Hindsight, not retrospect.
Hindsight.
Hindsight is 2020. Yeah. So many things to talk about.
Definitely.
2020.
So, like, what did you guys... We'll talk about what we did, but what did you guys get up to for New Year's?
Yeah.
Did you guys stay up? I know for me, what did I do last year? Last year, No, I was here last year.
Last year?
I don't remember what I did.
No, weren't you home?
Mm-mm.
You were with your parents, right?
Not for New Year's. I don't remember. I know for Christmas I was.
Oh.
Yeah, so... yeah, I know 2 years ago I stayed up.
Yeah.
2 years ago I stayed up because I was at a party here in Seoul. What do you call it? GSM party. So if you guys are in Seoul, you might be aware of that. So it's a huge party. I think they have it every year. Probably not this year.
Not this year.
But I think before then, there were a couple years where I just didn't really care to stay up. So did you guys stay up until 12?
Did you kiss someone at midnight?
Oh. Did you?
Did I? I gave a kiss to Chanel. Right?
She's getting sleepy, I think.
She is getting sleepy. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
Midnight.
I mean, yeah, because this year is totally different. I heard Times Square, which is a huge event every single New Year's. They always have tons of people. I don't think they allowed anyone except for essential workers.
Yeah.
To be out there.
And the performers. People who
Right.
were performing.
Yeah.
Did the ball drop? Did
I think
they do
so.
that?
Probably.
Oh, that's
I didn't
distressing.
watch it. Yeah.
That would be very depressing though. The ball drops, and then who always does the news? Ryan Seacrest or something. Who's the person who's always doing it live?
I don't know. I know Anderson Cooper has.
Oh, really? I always thought it was the same person.
Maybe.
It was just Happy New Year's, the ball's gonna drop in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drops and it's silent.
Really?
No, that's what I'm imagining what happened this year.
Oh, this year.
Yeah, because nobody's there.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, that was a great kickoff to the New Year's. Woo,
Yeah.
woo. All right, guys, cool.
Okay, let's see. We had Jackie M said she had a good one, hung out with neighborhood friends, and just friends dog bit your foot. Oh no.
Oh.
So started out 2021 with a bang.
With a bang or with a bite.
Yeah, Chanel's biting me right now.
No.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Black is Beautiful. I watched my church on live stream and brought in the new year with Jesus like always.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
Love it. Okay, I'm gonna put this girl down.
Vicky says she watched the New York countdown. So did they actually drop the ball? Did that actually happen?
Good question.
She's making her sleepy meows. Let's see what else. Emily stayed up, lit some sparklers, drank champagne, and went to bed. That's fair. I thought about doing sparklers. I've only done sparklers once ever for New Year's. That was I was going to Yonsei. My friends and I went outside. and we had sparklers and little fireworks. And then we set off, you know, the rocket that you could put up like this, makes a fountain, so you light it, and then it's like shh, 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 like this fountain and stuff. Obviously, I don't recommend people doing like lighting fireworks yourself, but my friend had got it from somewhere, I didn't know where, and she was like, okay, let's light the fireworks. I was like, I don't think we should. We don't know what this firework is gonna do. And she was like, it's just a sparkler, but it looked really big. And so we set it up and we kind of established it with rocks, and then we lit it, and then it was like psh, 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 like this big lighting fountain, and we were like, ah, and we ran away a little feet because we didn't want to get burned. But it looked awesome, and no one caught us.
Yeah, I remember in Carolina, because it was technically illegal in North Carolina. South Carolina, I think it was legal.
Yeah, some places are illegal.
Yeah, but we used to go down to the south of the border in South Carolina and buy fireworks and then light it up. But I don't ever remember getting in trouble for that in North Carolina. I
imagine, yes, some places. Colorado Springs, a couple years, it's illegal to light fireworks. They would always set it off at Pikes Peak, the top of the mountain. And you would stay and watch that. But otherwise, no, not too many fireworks stuff. Wait, but I'm talking about the 4th of July now.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm talking about New Year's. Let's see. Vicky said J-Lo was there. Did J-Lo sing this year? I thought it was Cyndi Lauper. Everyone was talking about how bad Cyndi Lauper did. J-Lo. Teodoro stayed up until 12 a.m. and watched fireworks at home, which is the smart thing to do. We stayed here. We didn't go anywhere.
We just hung out.
Yeah. We were just hanging inside.
Yo, Daniel's in the stream.
Daniel,
what's going on, man?
새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Our fellow Halfie.
I
in
know.
the house.
Happy New Year's. We're just talking about 2020, the things we did, things we learned, and then we're going to talk about the upcoming year.
Daniel will appreciate Chanel.
Yes, this is Chanel. Actually, I don't think you've ever met Chanel, have you? I've talked about her, but
your hair.
you've never met her. Chanel. She is also a shoulder cat, which I remember you saying one of your cats is as well. But Chanel is she's always naughty when we're doing live streams. We're always very naughty when we're doing live streams. But yeah, this is Chanel. Chanel, say hi. Say hi. Samchun. Yeah, let's see. Some other comments in here. Hi, Hasdan asked, do you know any Portuguese person in Korea? Do we know any Portuguese people here?
I don't.
I know a few Portuguese people, but not here. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Not from Portugal, no.
No, I don't.
My roommate was Brazilian Korean. She spoke Portuguese, but she wasn't Portuguese. Let's see then.
Sheila's vlog says, yes, fireworks are dangerous. We should use them with caution.
Yes, use them with caution.
Definitely.
Always. Like I said, I thought they were sparklers. It was a bit like, the first Lord of the Rings. When, I'm drawing a blank here. What were their names? Why am I asking you? You wouldn't know. Pippin and Merry. Remember they lit the firework?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
They lit the fireworks.
I didn't watch any of the Lord
You
of the Rings.
watched that part. We watched the beginning of it, remember?
Oh, we did.
And he was like,
I forgot.
she put it in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Outside. And then it bursts off. Psh. It was a little bit like that.
I remember now.
It was a little bit like that. Let's see. Ow. Panda says, congratulations. One of the only good things to come out of 2020.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw a few comments about if you don't know, we are now engaged.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we announced it on Instagram and Facebook. Well, she did it on Facebook.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so it happened.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. We didn't know how to bring it up, so it's just like whatever. Yeah, I mean, we will make a video about it.
We'll explain what happened.
Yeah.
The backstory.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a good end to 2020.
So you have to stay tuned for that. It was a good end to 2020. Even though we posted it on Christmas, it actually happened on 12/12/2020.
Yeah. So it happened, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. I just love symmetrical numbers. Never will forget that number. Never. 12/12/2020.
Yeah, good time. So yeah, we won't talk too much about it today, but we'll release a video. That'll be the next video actually
Yeah.
that we're gonna release.
Yeah.
And so
we'll explain that a little bit more.
it'll be probably next weekend, I think.
Next weekend?
So, cause we kind of chilled out on the uploads the last 2-3 weeks. Yeah, so we're gonna get back in the groove. That's one of the things we'll talk about as well. But yeah, so it seems like I guess a lot of you guys probably did not know that, so we just dropped the bomb.
Oh, really? Probably because there's subscribers, not Instagram followers.
Yeah.
Because we just posted on Instagram.
Right. So you guys need to follow us on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, follow both of us at Skycedi, at Sincerely Becky W.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow us. The links are in the description as well. And while you're at it, follow the Halfie project. This is Becky's project too. But yeah, wow, everyone's congratulating us. Our Teodoro, congratulations. Josh Lee says, oh, congrats, this is news to me. Congrats to both of you, thank you. And Malia Amu, that's so awesome, congratulations. Thank you guys so much.
Really, wow, so many wishes here. We have Custafire Nomadic Queen from China. Much love. Thank you, and wishing many blessings.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to read Josh's last comment, but
Becky gonna hold a baby out till 12:12 at 12:12. Ah ha 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 ha.
She loves talking about
I can't hear anything.
babies and stuff.
God. Yeah.
Michelle Lou says, OMG, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, Vida says, what? I had a feeling that it was coming. Congratulations!
Yeah, so we'll talk a lot more in detail in the video, so we won't go into too much detail, but again, it was 3 weeks ago, 12/12.
Yeah.
And if you go to her Instagram, you'll see that it was at just a little park where they had a lot of Christmas lights. And so you'll see the location where I proposed. It's very pretty. And yeah, there's also a I won't give any more details away, but yeah, we'll tell the story of how it went down.
How it went down, guys, and it went down.
Black is beautiful. Where'd you go the last 2-3 minutes? She was like, I missed it. Wait, what happened?
Where were you? These
funny.
are all the Instagrams. I just posted them up here, so you guys can check it out.
She's the Halfie project.
I am. That's me. I'm the one posting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emily, thank you so much that you liked the image for the Halfie project. So this upcoming year, well, of course, we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, rebranding a couple things. We're getting a little bit more streamlined and more professional. So yes, we're happy that you like the image. I hope everyone else likes it too. I hope that people equate it to us,
Yeah, I'm glad that I'm actually part of the image.
Ah, you are!
Yeah, it's not my project, by the way, so I don't want you guys to think that it's me and Becky. It's actually Becky's, which I'm obviously supporting and helping.
You're part of the team. We're all a team.
Of course.
Yeah.
But some people, I've heard people say that, the Halfie project is my project, and so just want to make sure it's clear.
You need to feel some ownership. Yeah. Well, I love all the congrats. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
That's so funny. Wait, what happened? I missed it. Why is everyone congratulating y'all?
Cam says, I didn't tell you, Joshua. Sorry, bud.
That is so funny.
Yeah, we got some Adidas crew up in here, too.
Michelle, totally didn't expect this, you slick dog.
It was kind of slick.
It happened. Oh, come to think of it, I'm not wearing my ring right now.
That's all right.
Okay.
We'll just, we'll show it off.
So the reason why I don't wear my ring all the time, one, is because I'm not out and about, I want to show it off a little bit. And two, I'll be washing dishes or cleaning or, doing something else. I don't want it to get dirty. I want it to be shiny forever.
Yeah, so for those of you guys that are in the chat that might be engaged or married right now, what do you do with your rings? Do you just wear it everywhere?
Yeah, because some people, my auntie's mom told me, hey, you always wear that ring. You never take it off. Never.
That's what I heard,
But then I was thinking, well, what if I'm, what if I'm cleaning something, right? With bleach. I guess you wear gloves for that, huh?
Yeah, you should be touching bleach with your hands.
You're right. Maybe I just need to get in the habit of wearing gloves when I wash dishes and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, because I don't think it's practical for a lot of people to just constantly take off their rings. Because then that's more, I wouldn't say hazardous, but it's dangerous.
I looked it up and they said that you need to get little ring plates, you know, like little bowls. So keep it by places where you would take off the ring. For example, like in the bathroom or washing dishes. You just take it off, do your thing, and put it back on. But I'm just gonna show you guys it.
It would be so bad if you're washing dishes and it falls down the sink. Oh my gosh, that would be the worst thing.
It would be the worst thing. I just want to show, you know, I just feel like it deserves its moment in the spotlight. Okay, hold on.
Bling bling.
Hello.
Sorry, you can't do a close up or anything, but
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous.
so yeah, we'll tell the story of how the proposal went and the things leading up to it.
Yeah,
Quite crazy.
we'll tell you guys. Oh, it feels so right. My finger was so hajane without this.
Michelle says, I take my ring off when I shower, clean or cook, and go to bed. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's smart. Yeah, okay. Well, actually, this is very good advice.
Yeah. Josh Lee says I had a original wedding band in silicone when I went camping or fishing or outdoors in general.
Oh, okay.
And then
My mom always wears it except for when she's cleaning. That seems to be what I would think initially, you know, when I'm cleaning. Right? Yeah. So let's see. Okay, I want to.
Emily says, I don't think my parents have ever taken off their rings.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I just want it to stay, you know, so sparkly.
Yeah. But you can like always have it cleaned periodically, I think, and
That's true.
I don't know if you shine diamond rings, but you know.
I should shine it. Let's see. Okay, hold on. I want to go back a little bit. Sheila's vlog says, saw your ring on Insta. So beautiful. Congratulations. Thank you. You did a great job. And then, let's see. Black is beautiful. I just read the comments. Congratulations on your engagement. Got caught up. Thank you. Michelle, as your live viewers should be able to get a sneak peek. Well.
Oh.
Vita, wear them most of the time. Okay, so people wearing. And then Chicago, Lo is saying wear gloves. Right. Yeah, this is very good. Cam, let's see the ring. Why that was picked versus other rings. You want to talk about that in the video?
I can.
We'll talk about that in the video. Chicago Lo, we keep our rings on 24/7. Emily, I don't think my parents ever taken off their rings. Let's see. Oh, Mirth Taylor, congrats. Much love from a person who's married for 35 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
I love that.
I
Thank
love
you
that
so much.
too,
That means a lot.
seriously. Yeah. I like, you know, people who have been married a long time and then they still they like to celebrate marriage.
Yes.
I really like that.
Yes. I love marriage and what it stands for. Of course, everyone has different values, but yeah, I'm really for couples who stick it out, stay together.
Me too.
Yeah.
Where did she go? Is she sleeping somewhere? She's sleeping somewhere. Whew. You know, before the live stream happened, we were like sitting here quietly, like don't say anything, don't draw her attention, and it felt like we were in a version of The Quiet Place. Chanel was like the monster. She didn't see us. Yeah. Daniel, if you're still in here, how do you get your cats to calm down?
Yeah, he has
so many.
Daniel, I guess, I mean, if you're still in here, I think you have, what, 4?
Well, he's fostering right now. You're fostering, is it
4 or 5?
3 kittens? Right? Yeah.
Man.
His beautiful cats, though. They're so sweet, and I am so happy they've survived. Because they were very young when he started fostering them. Let's see. Everyone, thank you so much on the ring. So everyone's saying, keep them clean. And then Liz J. Daniels, we wear silicone rings daily. So I guess that's like a replacement that you wear in exchange.
I assume so.
If it is a special occasion, we wear our actual rings. My engagement ring, I wore all of the time and then put in a ring bowl next to the sink when cleaning. That That makes a lot of
So
sense.
there's a lot of different, I guess,
Yeah.
ways that people. Let me look up silicone.
Silicone ring, yeah. Well, I mean, because it's such a pretty thing and so special.
Oh, let's see.
I don't want it to be gone. You know what I've actually thought about?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you'll be down for it. But I actually thought it would be very cool to get a tattoo. Like a tattoo band.
Oh yeah.
Right here on the finger. I don't have any tattoos, but if I got a tattoo, that would probably be it. But I couldn't do it by myself. You would have to do it too. Because people say...
I think that would hurt like crazy.
It would probably hurt a lot.
On the finger.
But the thing is, like, it's permanent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another symbol of, like, permanence. It's very unique.
Yeah. And we can get each other's, like, faces tattooed on our fingers. And...
Our faces?
Yeah.
Oh.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
That's another level of commitment right there.
But would you consider that? Doing a tattoo ring?
I would consider.
It's
but that's only if you
I
would want to do it.
I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any tattoos, and I don't really plan on getting any.
That could be your first one.
Could be.
I say first because they say tattoos, once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I love tattoos, but for me, I don't know.
You would look really cool with a tattoo.
Like, there are probably a few places I would be okay with getting a tattoo. Like
Where?
my upper back, maybe.
That would be cool. You would be cool having a tattoo on your bicep.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Oh. How about yapuri?
No.
Oh, that's more of a girl thing.
To me, that's, yeah, I think it looks better on a girl.
You would look cool with one right on your chest.
Yeah, but...
That would be cool.
No, I don't want to do chest either. I would do upper back.
What about your thigh?
No. Actually, wait. We have a friend that got...
Yeah, no, it would be cool. You would look cool. You know where you would look cool?
Mm-hmm.
On your ankle.
On my ankle.
Like your calf and ankle.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Jay did his tattoo there?
I don't have good calves, though.
You have great calves.
I have super skinny calves.
No, they're so fit and nice. I want them.
I didn't inherit the Korean calves. Like, Korean people, generally, like, if you see a lot of Korean people's calves, men or women, including my mom, just boulders. I don't have that. I got my legs from my dad.
I'm more like that. I like the slim leg that you have.
Yeah. So anyway.
Tattoos.
Maybe.
Oh, I think about... You guys let me know. Should I get the tattoo ring finger? And if I do, he has to do it too. See? So then no one will ever be confused if I don't have my ring on or off.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I'm still far behind in the chats. Sheila says, if I get a ring, I don't think I will remove it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely know. A lot of people are like, never take the ring off. You can always get a gold band and wear the diamond on special occasions. Yeah, Cooks, just buy me more rings.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I want.
I plan on doing that. Gonna
You guys-
upgrade over the years.
You
man.
guys heard it? I love...
Actually, my mom told me to do that.
Yeah, actually,
She had a conversation with me.
Lots of women have told you to do that.
She was like, okay, so like, over the years, as you make more money, you gotta like upgrade the rings and the diamonds.
Yeah. It seems to be,
I was like, alright.
especially with like the older like Korean ajumas, that's to them like an indication, like, oh, your husband makes this much money and he cares this much about you, and you show it off in your ring. I guess that's the purpose of jewelry. Let's see, Vicky, what did your parents say? Were they excited?
My mom, very excited.
Was she told you to propose way before anything happened?
No, she didn't tell me to propose. She just wanted me to end up with you.
Ow.
However that happened, whenever that happened. Yeah, she was happy. We called my family the night of and told it to them. So my sister, brother-in-law, and niece and nephew, they were all there. Yeah, so that was fun. So they were happy.
Yeah. We called my family as well, and everyone was quite happy too. They were all there, yeah. That was very exciting.
Yeah. So very, very fortunate for that.
Yeah. So, okay, so people, yeah, excited for the video, and we'll get more into detail, of course. Thank you guys, congratulations, thank you. Michelle says, my ring looks brand new because I take it off often. That's been 7 years. See, yeah. there's like what you want to do, which is keep it on forever, and then you have to logically think, how am I gonna keep this ring in this mint condition? This ring's gonna be mint condition forever. So Michelle, you're giving me so much great advice. To naturally get that shine with your ring or diamond, scrub it with some toothpaste once a month. So do you use a toothbrush to scrub it, or you use like a fabric or a cloth, and then you rinse it with water, cold water, hot water? Please help me. See, I never even thought about this. I never thought I'd get engaged. Ever. Actually, my dad said that too, remember? When we told him? My dad was like, I'm so happy because, Becky, we thought you were never going to get married. So, that was my parents' fear, that I would be single forever.
Yeah.
And then when I got a cat, they were like, oh no.
It's done.
Waiting for the next 3 to arrive.
Yeah. By the way, Daniel, he says he wished he had Korean calves too. So I guess we didn't inherit the Korean genetics.
Oh, really? See, I didn't know that was a thing. I guess guys care about that more.
Just go outside and just stare at these people's calves. Yeah.
Well, I already do that, but that's not for anything else. Just I like staring.
Now I'll notice the size. So.
Oh, it is a princess cut. Why?
That's what she wanted. She likes the princess cut.
Yeah. I didn't know you knew that.
Yeah.
You just felt that, huh?
Yeah, I
In your
think.
soul.
Well, yes. Yes, I
You
knew
just
that's
could
what
tell.
you would like.
Yeah. Oh, Jasmine, will the wedding be in Korea or the U.S.?
Great question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Honestly, I don't really know at this point. I've been rethinking things. Like how to do it, or where, Because there's so many people here and there.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. I haven't figured it out. So Michelle said toothpaste with a toothbrush. Okay. And just scrub it a little bit, once a month, little toothpaste and hot water, I'm assuming. May God bless your love and grant you happiness forever.
Thank you.
Thank you. Daniel says, I have 4 cats at the moment, so they keep each other entertained. Well, that's good, yeah. Chanel doesn't have anybody else, so... Panda, I think you answered in an old live stream, but how was it meeting Blackpink?
That's a good question.
How was it meeting Blackpink? Honestly, so I didn't really know Blackpink or anything about them before I filmed the commercial. So they told me, my agent was like, hey, we need you in this commercial. It's with Blackpink. You're going to arrive a couple hours early because we don't know when they're going to call you on the set. So I was just hanging out in my dressing room, and then they just call you in. So I walk downstairs, and sit down. And so I'm sitting in my chair, and the other 4 girls are sitting there, and we're just like, oh, annyeonghaseyo, hi, because some of them speak English. I guess they all speak English, right?
I don't know.
Anyway, so we're just like sitting there, and yeah. But I mean, it's a film set, right? So you don't overly socialize when you're on set because you're waiting for the director to be like, cut, done, whatever. But yeah, we had a good couple of laughs because like I would ask this question, the line, and then what was her name? One of the girls, Jisoo. I don't remember. Anyway, I could tell she was not into it. Like, some of the other girls, like, the line is like, no, we love it. Like, they're supposed to say that.
There's Jisoo, yeah.
Yeah, Jisoo was very, like, she was like, like, it was the most awkward reaction. And so we were all laughing because her reaction was so awkward and bad. And the director was like, cut! Okay, Jisoo, like, you need to show a little more enthusiasm. And so she was like, oh, okay. And so we did take a couple of times.
Yeah, the commercial is on Becky's Instagram, and of course you could search for it. They had, I guess they released different versions of the same commercial, as they usually do.
Yeah.
And they had like different languages, but anyway, like, it's funny because like her one speaking part, what was your line? You guys are so busy.
Don't you ever want to relax?
Yeah, and then like if you listen to it, they actually cut off her word, like when she's saying relax.
It's just bad editing, frankly.
Yeah, and I don't know how that passed because this is Pepsi. And if you guys don't know Pepsi, well, of course you know who Pepsi is, but like...
Who's Pepsi?
Pepsi does these huge commercials, like with huge stars.
Jackson,
Yeah,
Britney
ever since the 80s. Like Michael Jackson was huge, Britney Spears. I mean, big models, and so Blackpink fits in that same category because Blackpink is like one of the hottest groups in the world, and then you have something as simple as that.
It's literally bad editing.
Yeah,
That's all
and
it
it's
is.
I mean it's very noticeable, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, how did that pass?
If you listen to it, you guys will hear it now. But if you watch the commercial, it's like, oh, you're so tired. Didn't you ever want to relax?
I don't even think that it was relax.
How did that happen? How did that
That's
slide?
crazy.
Can you imagine literally probably hundreds of people working on this commercial? And that's happened.
See, they should have got Skycedi
It's crazy.
to edit that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good commercial.
Oh, okay, everyone's still giving advice about the
Sweet.
rings. Also, people are saying, do not get the tattoo. No. Cam said get a Snoopy tattoo.
Snoopy.
Which is totally unrelated, but yeah, that'd be funny.
I'm down.
Sheila says faces tattoo. That would be so funny. Joshua says you should get my kiss with lipstick tattoo on your neck.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That
I don't know.
Dude, that says two things. One, taken, or two, pimp. That's pretty much
both.
the only thing you're gonna assume when you see that.
That won't go too well here in Korea for sure.
Where the parents, what did the parents think about the engagement? I'm really behind in the comments. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we'll talk more about that in the video, but they were very happy, weren't they? Yeah.
I would say so.
Like I said, my parents were like, oh, finally, a man who actually wants to take Becky off our hands. That's what it was.
Oh, Vicky says Rose, Lisa, and Jenny speak English, and Jisoo is learning.
Okay, so maybe that's why Jisoo was not,
Yeah.
totally on board with what was happening. Because it is very fast-paced, too. Like, when we shoot, they're just from this place, this place, this place, go, 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 touch up, go. So it's hard to keep track of everything. Literally, that's what happens on shoots. The director says, okay, you say this. And you're like, okay, and you say that. And they're like, I didn't like that, say it again. So you say it again. It's kind of like that.
These directors, they don't really, I guess it depends on the artist or the celebrity, but they're very like, the director knows what they want and they just tell them, just direct them, right? Or are they kind of like timid in front of an artist or?
So in this case, he was actually quite timid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been on sets where the director is really intense and is shouting at you. Like, not that direction, go the other way, look left. And you're like, ah. So it's can be stressful. But he was very, like, oh, excuse me, like kind of like this. Which can be considered as polite and mannerful, but also on sets can be very like, okay, you need to tell us what to do so we can move on. So everyone has their own vibe. Everyone says don't do the tattoo. No tattoos. Sheila says, no, just put the real ring. Yeah, you're right. Keep your skin. And then upgrade 10, 25, and 50 years.
10, 25.
How about upgrade in 2, 5, 7, 9, 11 every 2 years?
That's, where are you getting these numbers from?
Here.
All right, challenge accepted. I'll do it.
Okay, guys, 2 years later.
So 50 years, that would, oh gosh, I would be very old.
Don't say that.
In 50 years.
No, you won't. By then, we'll have developed technology where they can chronologically freeze our bodies. So
Chronologically.
I don't know the word. It's not invented yet. Where our minds continue to get older and wiser and more intelligent, but our bodies stay youthful forever.
We won't go into any of this. I feel like we'll start a war.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying any of us support this possibility. I'm saying it's a possibility.
It's true. I know you don't.
No, I don't like AI. Jay says, happy for you guys, thank you. Okay, Michelle's giving such great advice on this ring. I'm gonna do that today. Sheila, how long did you date before the proposal?
About a year and a half. A little over a year and a half.
Yes.
So, well, to be specific, it would be 1 year and 6. Well, yeah. No, 8 months. 1 year and 8 months.
We've been together for 628 days.
So I actually proposed right after 600 days.
That's right. It was right after 600 days.
Mhm.
Right. Aww.
Yeah, so we've been together a good, for me, it's a good amount of dating.
Wow, that would be some real foresight if you propose on the 600th day on 12/12/2020.
Right, but I would have had to have planned that out when I've asked you out.
When you first asked me out, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the video. If you clean with the ring on it, you will get bacteria underneath. So I advise you not to use toothpaste, just mild antibacterial soaking for the ring, or even hydrogen peroxide work, or a super soft toothbrush to scrub gently. Gosh, it's so complicated. So many things to do with this ring. Vicky, can we join the wedding on Zoom? Wow, that's actually a really great idea.
I think we'll probably have to do,
Yeah, well, we'll have to do something like that.
we'll have to do some sort of streaming.
Whoa, we could have the wedding live stream.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
I think it's a good idea. We haven't really talked about,
the wedding.
yeah, and mostly because obviously we know what's going on still in the world. And that, even that has a big part to play on, like, the proposal and all of that. So, yeah, we're just kind of, we have to see how things play out over the next few months.
Yes, we're gonna see what happens before we make big decisions.
Oh, you want me to say it, right? Jay says, you guys look younger now than you did months ago. Right, that one? Thank you.
Thanks. Nico,
Trying to reverse the
congratulations.
time.
Much love from Canada. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
See, Lynette asks, did he have to ask your dad to marry you? Is it a Korean tradition? So actually, there should have been meeting of the parents before we're like really getting engaged. I think it's before the engagement. Meeting of the parents. Or actually maybe it's right after. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I'm not completely sure how Koreans do it these days, how they did it maybe 20, 30 years ago. But I do know that I think most of the time you want to make sure the parents are on board. That's sort of the thing. I know there are like cases where that doesn't happen, but I think that's generally what couples strive for.
Because wedding is a financial transaction.
Yeah.
It's very split. Which side pays what? So parents have to be on board.
Yeah, similar to the U.S., but I think here it's a little bit more structured.
Yeah.
Little less
More
flexible.
defined.
Yeah, more defined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really know for all families, but for my family, I know for sure that my mom especially would have wanted to have her say before saying yes or no.
Yeah, and we actually never met each other's sides in person. We wanted to, because the plan was earlier in 2020, we were going to go out and spend time with both families.
Yeah.
That didn't happen, and then we were kind of left with because we didn't know also when when we would be able to go back. So timing really just sort of came into play with how we proposed, and the fact that without even meeting each other's families in person, we went ahead and did it. Because I think it would have been a long time before that would have actually happened.
Yeah.
Meeting of the families, and
Yeah.
you know, we're like, we already know, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would have been hard, I think, to wait so long.
It just, yeah.
But the parents were really, I mean, we did talk to them before anything happened. And they were very receptive.
Right, and so for me, it was very important for her parents to be cool with the idea.
That was
because if they weren't, then I would have waited for sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I knew my mom was cool, so I didn't even ask her. She didn't even know.
Yeah, your mom was cool with everything. But they were good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So we'll talk a little bit more about, I guess, well, there's not too much more to say about the engagement.
Hingle
but
McCringleberry. La, la, la.
yeah, Hingle was late to the party.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ronald. Congratulations, he says.
When was our last live stream? It was right before Christmas, right? And none of y'all knew because we were engaged then, actually. Remember?
What?
We were engaged on our last live stream, but because we wanted to announce it on Christmas.
On our Christmas live
So we didn't mention anything.
We were engaged.
So hopefully you guys will forgive us for that. But yeah, I just realized that we were engaged on the last live stream.
We were engaged. I had to hold it back.
Yeah. So we just wanted to make a Christmas Day announcement.
So, okay, so many people are asking goals for 2021. We're going to get into that. Panda asks, apart from Halfie Project, your main goals in Korea. So we're going to talk about this too as well. Brooklyn Girl, Happy New Year. Hi. Michelle is saying, I'd love to see vlog styles from your channel, like what you guys do on an average day. It's a good idea. We've considered that. And then, let's see. Sheila, how long you date before the proposal? About a year, over a year and a half. And then the biggest lesson you learned this year. So these are all questions related to what we're going to talk about, our main topic, right? 2020 and then in the future.
Stacy is asking, what do you guys think about Rain's new music video copying Bobby Brown's video style?
Who?
I haven't seen. Yeah. I haven't seen his new video, but let me just do a quick Google search because.
Did he? I didn't know P was releasing stuff still.
Yeah, he's a veteran in the game.
He is. He's a really original.
So let me see, Rain. Well, I just Google searched Rain.
Like,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
I guess it knows that I'm in Korea. Let's see.
Wow, he's only 38? He must have started when he was really
Let me
young.
go to YouTube.
Surprise.
Rain P. Oh, this is my...
Big surprise. Let's see. While you're doing that, I'll just look up more things. Fresh Lilies, do you guys want to do a Korean style, traditional style Korean wedding? So a lot of questions for the wedding. We haven't talked about that exactly, but I do want some aspects, I think. There are aspects of Korean and American wedding that I would like to have mixed, you know?
Yeah.
Like the bowing to the parents, for example. Thing like that. Or mom wearing the hanbok. I like that. So yeah, we'll work out the details. This will be, again, a mixed wedding.
Right. I'm just going to say yes to everything. I'm looking at B's video right now. So is it Naro Bakuja? Is that the newest one? Because that was released on the 31st with JYP. I'm just trying to see the connection between Bobby Brown's style of video. This may not be it.
Wait for him to dance. Oh, I guess he's not gonna dance. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's dancing on the beach.
Let's see.
Oh, he's in the hotel. Oh, he's dancing.
Man, where's the rest of your shirt, bruh?
You know he loves to show off his abs. That's like his thing.
Oh, okay. This is it. That's Bobby Brown right there.
Oh, like on the chest.
Is it was it My Prerogative? I think it's My Prerogative that he's this reminds me of. Or may not be My Prerogative. It's the one in the early 90s that Bobby released. Yeah, that does have Bobby Brown vibes.
Like I'm dancing in the pool. Like, look at me.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta watch the video with music.
Okay.
With the song, but
way to go,
interesting.
P.
If he pays homage to Bobby, I'm cool with that. You know.
Right.
But if he's just like.
But if someone's
copying.
like, P, do you realize that this video reminds a lot of people of Bobby Brown's music video? And you'll be like, Bobby Brown, who's that? I'm the original. Then you'd be like,
I have a problem.
P. Vicky, we're excited for you guys. Thank you. Cam, time frame. Again, a lot of it depends on what happens in the upcoming future.
Yep.
Jay, what was the moment you each knew you wanted to marry each other? What separate dating advice you each have? Oh, these are great video topics. We're gonna have to break that down.
We'll do a video on that.
We should. That's a really good
one.
one.
Write that down.
Especially the separate dating advice you each have. Because, you know, everyone has their own concept of what it means to be in a good relationship, right?
Yeah.
We will talk about
video ideas.
Chakuela, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. NYT, congratulations again, guys. Will the wedding be in Korea and America? Well, we have to talk about that. You know, we should make a video talking about wedding possibilities.
Yeah.
We could talk about weddings in Korea, how that's done. There's so many things. Ooh, that's a good podcast episode.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, like this year, we're about to go hard with a lot of content. So this is good stuff.
It's gonna be good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You make a great team. Thank you. Let's see. Cam, December 18th was the last stream. Yes. So that was the last stream. And we were engaged then.
That was the stream where we wanted to eat cookies and have a nice little Christmas setup, and nothing worked.
And then, nothing worked. No audio,
And
no
we
video.
ended up on the iPhone.
And we were like, hey guys.
But you guys still loved it.
I know. Thank
that's
you
great.
so much. So that was the Christmas spirit. Brooklyn Girl says, what are your ages? I'm kind of nervous to talk about that.
Really? I usually don't have a problem with talking.
Well, that's because everyone thinks you're like 21.
Yeah, I'm 25. And you?
I'm 23. So I'm born 1991.
I'm born 1995.
Hey! 1985. Oh, I outed you. I'm sorry.
1985.
He's 85 baby. I'm a 91 baby.
So that, I'm turning 36 in 2 months.
Yeah.
Nah, less than 2 months.
36.
But according to Cam, I'm already 36. No, I would be 37 in Korean age, actually. He gave me a happy birthday on New Year's Day.
That's pretty funny. Happy birthday on New Year's Day. That's pretty funny, yeah.
His knowledge of Korean culture.
I know. I like that. Thank you, Jaquila. I bought this sweater. You know what? I never shop. I bought this sweater specifically for the engagement live stream and then the engagement video. This is my engagement shirt.
Yeah, I'm just writing down all these video ideas I see in the chat, man.
Whew. Black is beautiful. If you guys do decide to do vlogs, please be careful because I've seen it mess up a lot of relationships. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah. That's a good point.
Because I feel like in those vlogs, people are like, we just want to be real. We want to keep it real. But there's a sense of either falseness, something's falsified. Yeah. Or maybe you humiliate the other person, right?
So, I mean, I guess there's like so many different aspects to that, right? There's there's tons of different types of like couple vlogging channels, or couples that do vlogging content. Yeah. There's some that do it really well, and there are others that, I don't want to say they don't do it well, but you could see where potential problems might come in. But one of the issues could be everything you do is about vlogging now. So just living day to day is just what kind of content can we...
My chair.
What kind of content can we produce? What are we going to do today? Blah, blah, blah. And it just becomes work. And then there are those that, I don't know if like these certain channels that do like the couple pranks and stuff, I don't know if they come across issues.
Is that legit though? That's the thing.
I don't know. I have my thoughts on them. Yeah. But because every channel is different. And so I'm not going to like out any of them because some might be legit. They're actually pranking each other. But some, you got to wonder like, is it legit? But anyways, that's besides the point.
I do agree you have to be careful though.
Yeah, but then there are some channels like I love Maisley. Probably my favorite vlogging like family couple channel. Yeah. They do it well, and that is they built a career off of that or a brand. And so I think they do it well because they have their balance and they know their place and they have their self-awareness as a couple and as a family. So I would love to model more of like our stuff based on that or the values that they hold. The thing is, we always want to be authentic and we always want to offer value in some way. So that would be sort of the foundation of our vlogging. Yeah. I mean, we've done vlogs, but we've done very few vlogs. Yeah. And also we want to do like storytelling type of vlogs too. We don't just want to do like random stuff. So we're a little bit more intentional on what we want to show and how we want to vlog. So
that's right.
Yeah. So very good advice. We want to make sure that YouTube and making videos doesn't get in the way. That's something we talk about all the time because we have a business together too.
There's a line between sincerity and openness, right? And then protecting yourself, which is true in all relationships. And social media is just another form of relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just trying to be cautious and, protect ourselves and stuff.
That is true. JDM Mistigan, Happy New Year's. Love from Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte, North Carolina. My uncle lives there, by the way.
K-dramas. People are asking about K-pop. K-dramas. I'm not hooked on any K-drama at all. Zero.
I would love to get back into it this year. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. We'll talk about this year.
2021, my goals.
Getting the dramas.
Oh, Pamela's working the front line at a shelter. That's awesome. Happy New Year's. I'm sure Pamela's already gone, but it's great work. And our New Year's Eve tradition, so we can talk about that as well. Yes, we were extra happy on the Christmas stream.
Yes, Engel.
Oh, and then now people are saying 1985. No wonder why you're so mature. I think I didn't mention anything about me. 1991. Oh, no wonder you're so immature.
Matt, I don't know. Yes, I'm mature in a lot of ways. I'm still quite, I don't know, not immature, but I'm just like...
See, this is a very self-aware, mature statement to make.
I'm like, I realize my age, but I don't act what most people my age, how they act, I would say. That's not true. I don't know. I can be like goofy and weird.
Yes, you are goofy and weird. Brooklyn, you guys wait a long time to get married? And a little older to get parents' permission, so go for it. I mean, yeah. It's not like we're 18, But still, I believe marriage is between families to an extent. You're linking two families now. And I want the families to feel happy or at least comfortable with who you're choosing, right?
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everyone asking, she the one, how did you know?
How did you know?
Proposal video. Oh, then here's a lot of talk about the prank stuff. Didn't mean to open that one. Are you guys gonna change the channel name? Nope.
Yeah, we talked about that. Well, actually,
You brought it up, but...
I brought it up briefly.
Nah.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it as Skycedi, and we just, when people think of Skycedi,
Think of us.
they think of as far as the channel, they'll think of us as a brand.
That's right.
Yeah, because that might affect just how people will find us. And
Right. Because they'll be like, where's that Skycedi guy? And
I've heard people talk about changing their channel names have killed their channel.
Oh no.
But for some, it seems like it doesn't affect it at all.
Right.
No, we'll see.
I'm happy with Skycedi.
I think, yeah.
I like it.
We're just gonna keep it.
Yeah, because it's not like Cedric's channel. It's a little different,
Right.
If it was Cedric's channel, then I'm just there like, hey,
Right.
Feels a little, someone's left out here. But Skycedi is okay because it's a brand name. Yeah. Aw, what were your family's first impressions of each other and have their opinions changed over time? That is a great question. You should write that down.
I'm just gonna copy and paste.
That's a very good question. Oh, wow. And then we have Yunlan, aka blue_only01. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. You want to talk about 2020 then?
Yeah.
2020.
It was a great year.
Wow, 2020 though, wasn't it a year? It was quite a year, huh?
Yeah. So we all know that 2020 in and of itself is a meme now. You know what I mean? Like, I would say for me, 2020 was challenging in many ways. The biggest for me was not being able to go see family. And also, like, just the change in how life functions and operates, right? Like, having to be super cautious and now being borderline a little bit paranoid when you go out. Making sure you're not touching rails and, like, anytime anybody coughs in public, all the heads go towards that person.
I never want to cough in public or even,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the hardest part was not being able to go home and seeing family.
That was hard.
And meeting her family. That was very difficult. And then, of course, because the nature of our work, I mean, we do several different things, but basically our work, or the people that hire us to do things, whether it's to create content or videos or photos or modeling, they're all impacted. Those industries are all impacted by the pandemic. So we had periods of last year where we were like, ooh, it's getting a little dry, you know? So that was a little tough. But I will say that I'm very grateful because throughout all of last year, like, I felt like all of my needs have been met. I had a roof over my head, had food to eat, didn't have to worry about that. So I'm very happy about that, but also very saddened that I know that's not the case with a lot of people, especially in the States. And a lot of how we were able to live last year, I think, is we can attribute it to how Korea handled the pandemic. How it handled COVID. Because it could have been a lot worse, and then our situation would have been totally different, I think.
Who knows?
Because we probably wouldn't have been able to work anything.
So it's February. So January, February, we heard, there's, something COVID in China. That was the beginning. And we were like, oh man, they need to close those live animal markets. It was on my part, it was a very judgmental stance. Right? Like, oh, what are they doing? It's crazy. Oh my gosh. Like, okay, to deal with it. It's their issue. Because I had been here during MERS, actually, in Korea. And I remember MERS was like this big thing in the beginning. And then by the end, when we got control, it's like, oh, MERS, what a joke, right? So I had this kind of, I guess, toughened mindset when it came to that. And so I was already like, oh, China, come on, you guys. Get a grip, basically. That was my thinking. And then in March, we were thinking, hey, we're going to go visit, our families in the States. That was the plan. March comes rolling around, and then patient 31, was it? Here in Shincheonji Church. And then it exploded in Daegu. It was Daegu, huh?
Daegu,
yeah. And we were like, oh, dang, hopefully that won't come up to Seoul. But we were keeping an eye on that, and I was feeling this mounting panic. And I said, look, let's wait until March. What day did I give us? It's like March 30th before we actually buy our tickets. Let's wait and see then. Things in the U.S., of course, fine. No one was panicking about COVID. And at this point, Korea was the epicenter, suddenly. And I was like, dang. And all my friends in other countries around the world, like in the Philippines or Taiwan, were like, oh, Becky, you can come to the Philippines if you want to escape COVID. Which is kind of ironic now when we see how Philippines is now in lockdown. And we're still, functioning relatively well. That was March. April, May, June, July, it was just consistently in the back of your head. Oh, COVID. Okay, be careful. Yeah, everyone wear your mask. And am I going to have work tomorrow? Ooh. But nothing was canceled. Everything was continuing as is. But it was like whisper, everyone. Be careful. And then it was only until November, really, where suddenly things really flipped here. Right. And Seoul now is rising in cases, and we're all, on edge. I'm not going outside often. You're like the only person I see. So, life was very strongly disrupted, and you had a lot of time with yourself and your thoughts. Right.
Yeah, that was pretty much in a nutshell how we felt. But Josh, you bring up a good point. He says, I feel like everyone is saying 2020 is the worst, but what about 1920 for the people back then? We have technology much more now to battle such things. And I agree with you on that for sure. I'm also trying to be cautious and being sensitive to those that, like, 2020 has really hit hard. Like they, maybe it's affected someone directly in their family or affected them physically, economically. But I think on a grand scale, on a macro level, I mean, it's much better now. Because, like, 1920, let's just say they had to quarantine during the Spanish flu or something, What do you have? You have a room to stay in. Whereas now, what do we have? We have our smartphones, we have the internet, we can keep ourselves entertained. Connected. We can, call for, over here we have Yogi or Coupang Eats, I guess in the States you have like delivery services. So there's a lot more conveniences now. So, I mean, from a macro level, definitely. And the other thing that I think about, I remember one of my friends posted months back, just kind of putting into perspective 2020 because, yeah, like we're saying this is the worst year economically, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, history is very cyclical in that, or I should say it's like there's waves of up and downs. I mean, like, how did the people feel back in World War II in the States, you know, or, you know, during Vietnam, you know, those that had to fight or those that were stateside, how, you know, the Great Depression. So there are always periods of time, and for those that are living in those periods, yeah, it's
the worst.
It's the immediate, like, you feel it immediately. Yeah, so, yeah, I think those are all things to consider. And so I always want to be, like, sensitive because, like, I know people are really going through hard times right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not to diminish the hardships people face. But at the same time, we also, in order to get through anything ever, you have to keep a perspective of, okay, what happened in the past? What's going to happen in the future? Can I get through this time? Because we are, in my opinion, creatures of hope. We always have this sense of hope. And so while terrible things happen, we also now have the benefit to look in retrospect. We also have the benefit to think, okay, well, we have this coming ahead. This new baby was born. My friends are getting married, or, you know, this wonderful new thing is going to happen, and it gives us hope that pulls us through these difficult times. So 2020 was a very it was an unusual dichotomy, right, between the worst that many of us have faced in our lifetimes to having this great hope that we will get through it. And once you get through difficult times, suddenly I feel like you view life differently and you view yourself differently. Like, we were talking with one of our friends who's a business, you know, he owns a business here. And he was saying, this year was so hard for his business. But then he thinks, but once you get through this, then we'll be like, I got through 2020. You know? Hey, this doesn't bother me. Whatever. Okay, no problem. I can get through it because I've seen the worst.
Right.
So that's my hope for many people who are going through tough times now.
Right. Yeah. Just says people not making lemons into lemonade. Yeah, I agree. I think, you know, some people, you know, it's tough because, like, everyone's different. But, like, I'm usually always trying to think, how can I turn this, you know, whatever situation I'm in, positive or negative, into something that is good.
Yeah.
At least at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's, I don't know.
What a strange and ironic thing life is, isn't it? Constantly handing you things to knock you on the ground, yet simultaneously showing you incredible hope and good things. And you can't help but just pull yourself back up and keep moving forward. The King Liwei, hello. Congrats for the both of you. Thank you. If levels can get back down, I'm planning to come up to Seoul in late January. Yeah, we hope levels go down. We hope that will happen. People can more freely and safely visit family or places they want to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are things in Daejeon, King? I'm curious because I don't hear too much about what's going on in Daejeon. Because you always hear about Seoul and Gyeonggi.
Yeah.
So.
Black is Beautiful. 2020 was a pretty good year for me, aside from the obvious pandemic. My niece was born this year. Woo!
Congrats.
I got accepted to the college that I wanted. And
congrats.
I graduated with my associate's degree.
Nice. Congrats.
That is awesome. This is another thing I just want to throw out there. Because we see, of course, media, social media, all of this stuff, these echo chambers. People are like, 2020 was the worst. 2020, we hate 2020. And then when people say, like, actually, 2020, there were a lot of great things that happened to me this year. It's so easy for that echo chamber to look at that person and be like, oh, how dare you say that? You know, look at all the suffering. How can you be so happy? I don't think that's totally fair. And if anything, especially in the midst of difficulties, when somebody has something worth celebrating, we celebrate with you. That's a wonderful thing, right? If you have a spot of light amidst all of this darkness, we all should turn towards that.
Right.
Yeah, so that's wonderful.
Definitely. I mean, because, again, everyone goes through things at different points. You know, a lot of times it'll be a collective, you know, maybe struggle or trial that people are going through. But there's always going to be outliers and people that are doing fine. And, like, I don't want to be the one to hate on them because what if I was in that position? I wouldn't want people to hate on me just because good things are happening to me.
Right.
And you never know because, like, here's the thing. Like, a lot of times good things happen to people because they make the right decisions or they put in the work for those good things to happen. And it happened to unfold at a time where maybe, the world is going through a struggle.
Yeah.
So there's no need to shame anybody,
No.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
No need.
That's another strange thing. It's like when people go through hard times, a lot of times you feel almost gratified, like, whew, this does not happen to me. I'm sorry. And you're willing to show them attention. But when someone's going through a good time and the rest of us are going through hard times, it's like some weird selfishness where we're like, oh, that's not fair, But I believe we should fight those perhaps natural urges, quote unquote, and instead celebrate. Because that's what brings us all together. And I do think good things multiply into good things. I really do think that, so sharing good news inspires someone else. To share my good news. This was the thing I noticed about the engagement post on my Instagram. Something that just so thrilled me was when I shared this, people were messaging, oh, congratulations, I also have good news. My niece was born yesterday. Or I also have good news. I got this thing. And it seems people were inspired to share their good news with me when I shared my good news with them. And I just thought that was such a cool thing to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my kind of math that I like. Multiplication.
Right.
I get some water. You need some water?
Yeah, you need some water after that.
I know.
Josh is like, church, Becky, church. Emily's like, preach it, Becky. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Abe says, I see a ring. Congrats. I think Abe just joined. So it's good to see you. Good to see you. King says, level 2. Coffee shops, we can still sit until 9 p.m. In study rooms, I can stay until midnight in some places in Daejeon.
That's Daejeon.
Yeah, that's cool. Because in Seoul, you can't sit in any coffee shops. And then restaurants are open until 9 p.m. Or like the inside dining is open until 9 p.m. So different. So I think it's probably a little better in Daejeon, I would say. Not as many cases for sure compared to Seoul. Yeah. Yeah. Yunlan, aka Blue, says, congrats, Becky, you're my role model.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
Let's see. So I guess that sort of sums up 2020. I mean, it ended well. I will say, like, throughout the entire year, I was busy with projects and things.
Busy, right?
So even during the dry period where we weren't getting like new projects, I was still working on projects that needed to be finished up. So I was busy throughout last year, which is good. And it got crazy busy the last few weeks. And I think that'll be a good segue into 2021. In that I still want to be busy, but I want to be more busy on the things that are super important to me, not just like random client stuff. Because I think, a big goal is to have a few good clients, and then the rest of the time I want to work on Skycedi and Halfie project stuff, and really put a focus on that. Because, like, for us, let's be real. Like, Becky and I, we want to be able to make YouTube into just a reliable stream of income, but that's not what it is right now, because we want to be able to grow it into a sizable brand. But we still have to work and do other things to make ends meet. So whenever jobs come in, we do have to put a priority economically on that. Yeah. But in our hearts, YouTube, Halfie project, those passion projects are more important to us. Yeah, so it's a balance of that.
Before we continue with our 2021 chat, I would just like to applaud Cam for playing the long game here. At the very beginning of the live stream, he said, did you get your pitcher of ice water ready? And then here he said, that pitcher of water was for you guys. So that's playing the long game. That is a long joke, and well played.
Yeah.
Well played, sir. That is pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
Oh, let's see. Okay. Mezgok Vlogs, what is the better place in Seoul? I guess you're asking places to hang out in Seoul?
Maybe to
Cool
live.
spots to hang or live.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, there's not too much hanging out for sure, but it depends on the person. Honestly, you'll hear a lot of people who are expats. They tend to cling to a couple of different areas because there's a bigger expat community or there's a better nightlife. For me now, the way I viewed Seoul 2 years ago when I first moved is a little different because I think now my not priorities, but the way my life is heading. Like I have different ambitions here in Seoul now, so. Yeah, we're like the areas that I used to think were good for me, probably not so much now. Yeah. But yeah.
There's a lot of good chat.
It really depends on what you want to do.
Yeah.
How much money you got.
So, what's your 2021? How about this? Let's play a little game. You say one of your goals 2021.
Yeah.
Then I'll say one of my goals in 2021. It doesn't have to necessarily be goals, but also hopes.
You have to choose one.
We'll go back and forth.
All right. Why don't you go first?
Okay. One of my goals and hopes in 2021 is to read more books. I have not read as much because, I have this little app that I could read on my phone, but I don't really like reading on electronics. So it was kind of, So I got rid of that app. And I do have Audible, but again, I'm not really into listening to books so much. I like to just read it on the paper. But I did not find a proper library that I could go to. So this year and I also don't want to buy books, because I'm very moving. So I don't really know. I haven't resolved that yet, but that is my hope, to read more books this year. I'm usually quite a reader.
Right.
This year I didn't read much. That's one of mine. Okay, your turn.
A simple one is to put an even greater focus on the YouTube channel in terms of content, because I felt like I did the best I could last year. You could always do better for sure, but considering everything that was going on, I think I did pretty well. It's not what I wanted to happen with the channel in terms of the amount of content because the year started to unfold in a way that I couldn't predict. But I think this year definitely want to do more content and be more consistent. At least once a week, and I want to get up to 2 times a week.
Yeah.
But again, it really depends on the clients, the current clientele, and the type of projects we're working on that'll allow the time for that to happen. So yeah, that is a goal, just to put more of a focus. And I want to grow the channel. I want the channel to really grow as big as it can. I'm not one of those where it's like, whatever happens. Like I want it to grow, but I want it to be quality growth. I don't want it to just be random people. So if it grows slowly, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because we're always reminded whenever we do live streams and we're hanging out with you guys that this is what really matters. You guys are like the crew that we want to like interact with, and this is the sort of community we want to build. So I just want it to continue to grow. I think it's a good sign of health with anything.
Of course. But because of the way the natural world works, we are always constantly in a state of decay. So if you leave something alone, it will always end towards decay, right? There's a specific word for that.
Rotting?
No, it is. I mean, it's
disintegrating.
It's sort of like that, but it's like you're moving towards inertia. The word will come to me. Anyway, we're constantly in that state, unless you are moving and generating energy.
It's like when you abandon a house in a good condition, eventually
it will fall into disrepair
if nothing happens.
That's right. And so the sign of growth is a sign of life in all things, especially for your YouTube channel. But to create that, you have to create the energy, so you have to work hard to build that momentum. See?
For sure.
Science, guys. Is that your goal? Okay,
That's my goal.
One of my other goals is to get a sponsor for the Halfie Project podcast.
That's a good goal.
Yeah, because so far, I of course am my one and only sponsor. So I would love to have somebody hear us and be like, I like what I'm hearing, guys. I want to hear some more. And then they would sponsor us. That's the hope.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Squarespace, hit us up. You know, Squarespace.
They sponsor everybody.
They sponsor everybody.
Cool. So that's that.
Mm-hmm. Do you have another goal?
Yeah, my other goal will be, as I'm actively trying to free up more time for personal things, is to get back into actively studying Korean.
Aha! That's a very good one.
Plain and simple.
Thank you, Valorine. It is entropy. That is what I was looking for.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you. Thank you. Yes, Korean, right?
Yeah.
That is one of your goals?
Yes.
Honestly, that's one of my goals too. I really like, even though I can hold myself conversationally in business, writing, translations, etc. What I would like to do is reach a point where I can read at the same level I read in English and enjoy it at the same level as I do. See, there's a difference between, getting through a book and you're constantly using mental energy to translate at the same time, or like, okay, piecing this together. Because then you miss some of that enjoyment that comes out of reading.
That's true.
So I'd love to hit that same level. I need to build those neural pathways.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm like steps behind her, so I just want to get to a point where I can just freely have conversations and there won't be any lapse in understanding.
Yeah.
In different scenarios.
Yeah. And you'll get there. It is all a matter of time and effort.
Yeah.
By the way, there's some really nice words in here. Keith said, my grandfather said it's always best to wear something out from overuse and not let it rust from neglect. That is very good words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to wear this channel out then.
Yeah. Fresh Lilies. What are some of the things you have learned or grown from in 2020 regarding managing your podcast and YouTube careers? I can say one. What I have learned, and again, this was in my blog post, I kind of put everything in there already. One thing I learned was not to get self-congratulatory too fast. Because, we started getting listener mail and people were saying this was their favorite podcast and we were getting messages, and I started getting lazy because I was like, we create a lot of good content. There's like 75 episodes up, We've got plenty to listen to. We can skip this week. And then over time, it just slowed down, and that was purely my self-inflated sense of pride due to what had been successful so far. So if something I learned is always just keep going. Even if you think no one's listening to that episode, doesn't matter. Don't skip a week.
Right.
So this is something that I learned.
Right. That's a good one. I'll answer that question in a second. Herman Hayes says, do you follow Slice and Rice? Yes, we do. We feel like
We'd love to meet them.
we're like a much chiller version of them. They're like the super high energy, super funny. And I mean, I think we have our own like
just
energy, but
slow, lazy, boring.
yeah, I've been, let me just say this. One, they're a very good inspiration because I discovered them when I first opened up this YouTube channel in the summer 2017. And they were at 30,000 subscribers at the time. And I remember, they were very consistent. And I remember they were talking about how they would like always plan out their videos, and even at that point. And they had been uploading for a few years at that point. And I remember after I moved to Korea, at a certain point, I remember almost felt like overnight, but it wasn't overnight because they put in the work for years. They jumped up to over 100K subscribers. And I think because one or two videos started to go viral. And then from there, I think within a year, they hit 1 million subs. And so I was like, man, that's great. So anyways, very big inspiration. And I actually connected with them on Insta. So, we don't know each other like that, but I'm hoping to, at a certain point, connect with them and, not so much to collab, but I would love to just kick it with them and share our experiences. They just had a baby, which is cool. A little Halfie baby, bringing more Halfie babies into the world. But yeah, love them. Let's see here.
I'm just sharing a couple things.
Yeah, it blocks you.
It thinks I'm spam?
I'm trying to unblock it.
I'm not spam.
That's so funny.
I'm going to share something else
Here,
too.
share it with me and then I'll share
Tamika had also asked if I had book recommends. So I'm just going to share my Goodreads.
Yeah, can you share me that? Well, oh, that's your
it's
your
my
article.
blog,
yeah, share that link with me.
Okay,
and I'll
here's the
post it.
Goodreads for one. And then the only reason I'm sharing this article is because I spent hours crafting this and thinking about what I had learned in 2020, and it was just, I think, much easier to share it at once. So there's Goodreads and then my blog.
And then let me answer the question from Fresh Lilies. What are some of the things you learned or grown from in 2020 regarding managing your podcast and YouTube careers?
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for me is being okay with creating the content that I want to create and that I feel like is creatively satisfying and has something to do with the channel, and putting it out there regardless of the views or the amount of likes, because the thing is, we want to create stories and we want to create beautiful films and things like that.
Yeah.
And we've noticed that whenever we upload things of that nature, for example, like Jeju, like our Jeju cinematic vlog, those videos just never do nearly as well. And those are the videos where we put all of our heart and soul and the most amount of time into.
Yeah.
And so I had to learn how to be okay with the fact that, maybe it's not going to do as well as a video we just like sit down and talk for 20 minutes with minimal editing, and that does really well.
Yeah.
And I think I mean there are reasons why that happens, and also there's the YouTube, unfortunately, it does like to favor clickbaitier type of content because you got to get people interested in clicking, in the thumbnail and the title. And so there's always that balancing act. But ultimately, I got okay with the fact that, as long as we create what we want to create and put it out there, let that do the speaking. And by the way, Daniel, he really loved our comment about the low energy version of Slice and Rice, but you sharing our Jeju vlog actually helped and gave a little boost on the video, so appreciate that.
Honestly, that was another thing I learned. All the social media stuff, it's all about connection, for real. Like, you can just post all these cool, fancy things about yourself, and if nobody connects or relates to that, then it falls on deaf ears. Who cares? It's just you showing off. But when you create something that somebody else resonates with, like the Jeju blog,
right,
and somebody says, I want someone else to see this because this was meaningful to me, then that's how it grows. That's how it connects, because people relate or they sense what you're trying to say. That is the kind of stuff we want to create. Not necessarily like, this is what we think, so blah, blah, just listen to it. It's more like, well, you connect to this or you related to this. And it impacted you in some way and you wanted someone else to be impacted. That is the power. But it can be disheartening when you do put something out and you're like, this was, like, I'm actually really proud of this. And it doesn't hit the right eyes or the ears,
Right. Yeah, and I am...
So sharing a lot of links that I put here, like, for example, the vlog for the 20 things I learned in 2020.
Yeah, so I'm sharing the links right now.
And then Goodreads, which if you're looking for some book recommends, you can check out there. It's not fully extensive, everything. But there's still a lot of stuff on there. And I think you can find generally the genre, hopefully, that you want. And then also I shared the podcast link. So we wrapped up season 1, Halfie Project Podcast. Season 1 was wrapped up on Christmas. And we're coming back January 10th for season 2.
Right. Yeah, and then we got some comments. Michelle says, I love Slice and Rice too. The personality is so fun and refreshing. Once you guys start posting consistently, you'll get there too. Thank you. Absolutely. And then Keith says, my lady is cracking up, low energy Slice and Rice.
We are the low energy Slice and Rice.
Yeah, I mean, when you compare our videos to them, it's funny.
Yeah, because they're just like, woo, and we're like, woo.
Yeah. So they crack me up too.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, Hangul says Slice and Rice crushed in this year for sure.
They did.
Yeah. Cool.
Aw, I love that they also love Slice and Rice. I think that's great. Yeah, we want to post once, twice a week, because it's actually a lot of stuff, because, we're working quite a lot, and then we have the Skycedi channel, then the Halfie Project channel, and then the Halfie Project podcast. And they all go up on different days.
Yeah.
It's got to be a system.
So we're working on that. So I think we're gonna have a much more efficient system starting this month
Yeah.
of like how to shoot, edit. Yeah.
We hope so.
It's all a balance of time, y'all.
Let's see. Marvick Manuel, what is your favorite games? Scrabble?
I wonder if he's talking about like video games or just games. I don't really play games though.
Rock, paper, scissors? I liked Nintendo 64 stuff.
Yes, Nintendo 64
The
throwback.
classics.
We recently played that at a friend's house like a week ago.
Sun Yueyang says hello. Hello to you.
Hello.
Hingo McCringleberry says comedic content generally seems to do better on YouTube. The Jeju vlog was great though. Yeah, I mean it's because it's easy to appreciate.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's very shareable too.
It is shareable, yeah.
Very
Oh, you get a good laugh. Haha.
Yeah.
Feel good. Then, many people come to watch it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because like we're still trying to like really figure out our groove in terms of content. Like we know we do a lot of content about us being a couple, an interracial couple that's half Korean.
Yeah.
So that's a big focus now of the channel. But also she's a writer, I'm a filmmaker, and we try to combine that and continue to tell stories of like Korean culture and also our experiences here. So we're just trying to really mesh all of that into the channel. But we realized the challenge is when I first started the channel, it was just me, and my focus was on teaching English in Korea as well as, I don't know, I had several different focuses, and I think people really, the channel grew a lot from hearing my story as a Black Korean. And I think as the channel has evolved, a lot of people are not interested in the newer type of content.
AKA me.
No, not that. But they signed up for something else.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just a little bit of a like growing and I guess growth pains from the channel.
Yeah,
in a
of
sense.
course.
But at the end of the day, I think we're really happy with the content that we put out. So we want to continue to do it. And for those that aren't interested in it, that's cool. Then you don't have to watch it. So we want to provide value to people who are interested in what we're offering, basically. Yeah.
Good marketing speech.
Yes.
Yeah. Yunlan aka Blue _01. Thank you for putting your hard work to it. I really enjoy watching you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's fun. It's very
It is.
meaningful for us too, but it is hard work. But we love to do this, and we love to see how other people are finding value impacted as well.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Tetsuya Hayami. Feliz Año Nuevo. Saludos de Mexico. Saludos. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Feliz
Year.
Año Nuevo.
Yeah.
I think I said that correctly.
Yeah. Daniel says, your Jeju video was the best clip on Jeju I've ever seen. Oh, I was so impressed, thinking about sending a link to the Jeju tourism department.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, cool. That's
Thank you
actually
so
a good
much,
idea,
Daniel.
honestly.
Yeah.
I think we tagged them in the video. didn't
You
we?
might have.
I think I might have tagged them. I don't think they saw it.
Yeah.
We'll keep sending it. Tina. Hello, guys. Hi.
Ooh.
Fresh Lilies. I actually really appreciate you guys making genuine and intimate content with your viewers. I feel most interracial centered YouTubers are somewhat performative and exaggerated.
Yeah. Well, thank you, first of all. And then, to be honest, I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Again, not singling out anybody or calling anyone out, but that's the same feeling that I get. And, YouTube is, to many creators, it is a game that you have to play, right? You have to play a game with the algorithm if your intent is to grow and to grow an audience. And so I think a lot of couples, they see the content that's already out there that works, and they basically repackage it and, regurgitate the same content.
Right.
And, I've done that with the channel too with certain things, but I always try to do it in my own way. But then, after a while, it just starts to get, again, going back to like the pranks and stuff, it's like, okay, so you guys have done 100 prank videos, and you mean to tell me each and every time you guys are like shocked. And there's a camera there that you just like, you didn't notice, so like, if it works and people want to see that, then that's cool because there's an audience for that. They can keep pushing out that content if it works well for them. But, again, that's not our thing.
Yeah.
we want to be real. We want to be the real versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully people will like it.
I will say that, for example, we do the Halfie project, which is focusing on mixed Korean experience, right? And we talk about these stories and these experiences and what people have to say about it. But honestly, if you ask me, like, what's your goal for the Halfie project? Perhaps, ultimately, the goal is that this would be the archives, not, talking about the difficult or crazy or we're so, separated from other people. Like, those things are important to talk about because it's happening now. But if we look at the long game, maybe the hope will be one day we'll look at this as archives, as history, not the difficulties and struggles we are facing now today. And the concern I have with, interracial stories being projected on YouTube in a certain light is sort of in a way to say, like, look how shocking or crazy this is. Look how weird this is. But in reality, the hope is to say, like, oh, we're just like you.
Yeah.
We're not weird. This is not a crazy, unbelievable thing.
Right.
We're also humans who fell in love, and this is our story. And I think you can relate to that because you're also human who has fallen in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, let's see. We have Fury Road says, you two are a lovely couple. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
And Michelle Luz actually says, to be honest, I subscribed hoping to see more of your life in Korea as a Halfie, but stayed in enjoying. So thank you for staying and enjoying what you put out. And and we will continue to talk more about that. Again, we just want to make sure that we're not putting out something that we're not proud of or that we feel like is no value.
Yeah. If you want to see more about mixed Koreans experience, primarily you can find that on the Halfie project. Right.
Yeah. That's more of a focus there.
Yeah.
Whereas it naturally comes out
just because who we are.
Yeah. So we'll continue to talk about that on our channel.
Yeah. Peaceful Minji, I hope you guys look back at what worked well in the past and tap into that again. They get some good content with the music videos and interviews. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, interviews, we wanted to do that, of course. We had so many lined up for this year, but everything got canceled and shut down. We wanted to meet with many people to do interviews with families and specifically actually more elderly people to get more of a range of worldview.
Right.
But it all got pushed off.
Right.
Because of COVID. But it's there on the radar.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these are very funny. Can we wrap things up? It's been like 100 minutes.
Sorry, man.
I mean, once you click on this link to get in this video, you can never leave.
Yeah, I think the longest we've done was like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
This is the black hole of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You can't escape now.
When we first started streaming, we'd be like, okay, hour and a half, but it always goes longer. Yeah, as long as you guys are having a good time. I don't know about you, RT or Doro, but...
Yeah, having a bad time. Oh, just turn it off. Just turn it off.
That's so funny.
Korea-based YouTubers you guys enjoy watching? You keep up with a lot of people.
Yeah, I keep up with people for different reasons. And I've watched a lot of different YouTubers over the last couple years.
Yeah.
Let's see, who asked that question?
Michelle.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, I go through waves and phases of like who I watch and how often I watch them. Let's see. Man, so when I first, like, let's just say about 2 years ago, I was into a lot of the other like epic teachers who were in Korea and just looking at how they're living their life. Like I remember Fabulous Nat. I used to watch her. She's no longer in Korea, but she was a black YouTuber teacher here in Korea. I always enjoyed watching her and just talking about her experiences. Abby P. I still watch her too. I keep up with her. More these days, I'll tune into Two Hearts, One Soul.
Oh, that's true, you do.
Yeah, so they're the married couple who are interracial, living in Korea. So they do very chill content, so I watch them. Dan and Joel, they're personal friends of ours, and they They do content on a lot of like mukbang style interviews.
I'd say some of their best stuff is when they're sitting down or interviewing the older generation here.
Yeah, it's very docu style, like those videos. They don't do much of that right now, I don't think, but yeah, so go through periods of that. I used to watch Megan Bowen a lot.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I still keep tabs on like what she's doing, but she's not super active like she used to be. Yeah, I mean, I just watch a whole slew of like different YouTubers, and there's way more that I didn't name that I just kind of watch. A lot of times they'll pop up on the feed, and I'll just watch it, see what they're up to.
I watch Milky Bokitan.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
They are Korean brothers who have a big Samoan dog and 2 cats, and just shows fun videos of them with their cats and dog. That might be the only Korean YouTuber I watch, to be honest. Or YouTuber in Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really watch YouTube.
Yeah, she doesn't watch YouTube. Ironically, I guess. Yeah, Peaceful Minji, I would love to see Said Zoom with the guys too. I miss your collabs. Yeah, it's been a long time, like with all the boys back in the studio and stuff. So yeah, maybe this year we'll see.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Everyone's been so disintegrated. COVID.
Yeah.
The Half Korean experience. So I think actually you followed me on the Halfie project. I think this is vaguely reminding, and I think you shot me a message as well. A new YouTube channel, from what I can tell. I would have to agree that your authenticity while staying true to who you are is what I appreciate about your channel. Staying true. Yeah, I think that's true. And also, you also asked a little bit earlier in the chat advice for a new YouTube channel. I would say consistency.
Consistency, yeah. And then I think one of the most important things for any new channel, my opinion, is having a niche, defining your niche, and then focusing on that. So what I did, especially when I first started my first year, is I would always do research on like my niche and what kind of videos are out there, what was working, what people wanted to see, and then create content that I wanted to create that I knew would, there would be an audience for. So, I knew that me sharing my story as a Black Korean would work well because there were people out there that were interested. So I was able to discover that, and then I created the content around that, and that served the channel really well. Defining the niche and then being consistent with that, not trying to be a jack of all trades, especially for a new YouTube channel. That works for bigger, like maybe people who already have a brand or like recognition. They can probably do that. Like someone like Will Smith, who is a celebrity, he starts his YouTube channel and just bam, know. So yeah, I think that is important because then you'll build a community that is really genuinely interested in the content you're producing, and then you can grow organically from there. Because then your content's a little bit more shareable, and then YouTube also knows how to or who to push your content to.
Exactly.
Because if they're saying these are the type of people that are clicking on your videos, then they know to send your videos out to those people. But it takes a long time. Sometimes it can happen, like, I don't want to say overnight to give the wrong impression, but like a video can go viral out of nowhere.
I would say also that you might think you're too niche, but you'll be surprised how big the world is. And even though you are niche and focused on something, people who are not initially interested in that can become interested in it through your content. So that's why staying focused on something, and I learned this the hard way with Halfie Project, because I wanted to do everything. And so my teammates are always like, hey, maybe we should narrow this down. Or I think people are getting confused. Like, they don't know what to expect out of the channel. So that was a lot of things that I was thinking about at the end of this year. So start off easier by keeping it narrow first. Really focus what you want. And then maybe later on you can grow. But then you might end up discovering that even in your small, narrow niche, there's a lot to talk about. And that's why people watch you. Because you're bringing up something they didn't know about, something, either something totally new or something new about something they thought they already knew.
Right.
Yeah. So good luck with that. Oh, Joshua here says, I'd always wanted to donate and send charcoal briquette to the elderly in Korea one of these days for the winter. So there's an organization called Korean Legacy, and they specifically do events or fundraising or raising awareness for the elderly in Korea. So if you are keen to help in some way, and I think they work with a number of NGOs. You can check out them, Korean Legacy.
Yeah, V2C likes Abby P and Two Hearts and One Soul, both really cool. And Megan too. Yeah, Cam likes Abby P. Oh, cool.
Wow, there's a lot of great stuff here, seriously. Yeah. Milky Boy? Is it? I think it's called Milky Bokitan. I'm gonna just look it up for you. Milky Bokitan and Milky Bokitan. Milky Bokitan, yeah, it's Korean. But I think they have English captions. And either way, it's pretty straightforward what they're doing. They do really fun things like one thing that I liked was pretending to eat in front of your pet and see what they react. So they have an empty plate and he's pretending to eat, pretending like, oh, look, it's good food. And the dog is like, where is it? And the cat is like, where is it? It's just very cute stuff.
So it's because of the animals, basically.
Yeah, that's why you watch it, yeah.
Yeah, the pets.
But they're very adorable.
Michelle Liu says, as a half Korean, half Puerto Rican person, there isn't much representation out there as a mixed person. So thank you all for what you guys do. That's cool. I have a childhood friend who is also half Korean, half Puerto Rican.
Interesting, really.
And also her little brother. Yeah, we all grew up together in the same hood. So they were the only half Korean, half Puerto Ricans I ever met.
Well.
Yeah.
Are you
cool.
following me on the Halfie Project? I'd like to follow you. I mean, if you have Instagram. Yeah, Kyungwon, Tayo, they're the ones, you guys who left the comment here earlier in the chat. See?
Oh, yeah.
I had followed them earlier.
Cool.
Yeah, Michelle, if you have an Insta, let me know. I'd love to learn more about you. And wishing you a beautiful, healthy, and prosperous new year. Woo! Woo! I have, those little poppers, pew, pew, like that. I've kept those for like 6 years, waiting for the right time. I don't think they work anymore. I thought about popping them today.
Might just explode.
Look at AJ's. How to open a business in Korea. Can you get tax exemption and deductions for your business? That would be a great mini-series for your YouTube channel. That's actually a very interesting topic. And it would be very useful for many people.
Right. So, yeah, I don't know if we would do a standalone video, but maybe we can talk about it because we recently opened our business here. Yeah. And of course, like everyone says, we're not accountants or anything like that. But, and I'm still trying to get like how the tax system works here in Korea because I got familiar with it in the States and then here's a little different. And so we're trying to connect with a good accountant here that also speaks English and is familiar with our type of business operations. Yeah, that is a good topic. You know what? I'm gonna copy and paste that into my little document.
That's a really good idea. And yeah, Hingham McCringleberry, it is very specific. But I guarantee you there are people looking for that because we looked for that. In response to some other questions, we did open our business in Korea. So we have it here, registered here. Wow, these are so great, seriously.
Josh wants a video on how to separate trash in Korea for the people who are gonna go to Korea to work. Yeah, that could be like a good, like if we do a vlog or something like that. Yeah, we could definitely show that because it is different from the States. Well, the states are different too because every state location is different. But in Korea is a little bit more consistent, I think, in terms of how they want trash separated. And it is a big thing because like people come here to live and they're like, whoa, what do I do? Yeah, so I had to get used to it. Because you gotta like separate your food and then you gotta like separate the cans and the glass and all of that. They're very big on that here, which is great.
Yeah, I actually think we should recycle more. I honestly think it should be even more intense and broken down. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I feel like we all have our obligation to take care of our trash individually. You shouldn't expect somebody else to deal with your trash. So I feel like it should be like very specified. Oh, so many people sending me cute YouTube channel for it with animals. I just love animals. Yeah, sometimes we'll be hanging out and I'll just tell them random facts about beavers and elephants.
Animals I've never heard of.
He'd never heard of a lemur.
Well, I knew what a lemur was after I like saw it, but I just wouldn't have been able to tell you, oh, that's a lemur.
Wow.
Maybe it's just me.
You need to meet more animals.
Yeah, so AJ, I think we already answered that question. We opened the business in Korea. But I have opened up businesses in the States.
Hey, oh, sorry, go ahead, you do first.
I'm done.
Okay, I was gonna say the King Liwei, my next trip to the Philippines, I want to drop by the Copino Children's Association shelter to spend time and tell the story of these abandoned children by their Korean fathers. That was something I learned this year. We did do a podcast talking about that, so you can listen to that if you're keen on some more info. Yeah, that's actually a really good topic to bring to light, and also a very sensitive topic. Anytime we're discussing issues of race or abandonment, orphanages in Korea, or our cause because of Korean influence, some way or the other, it's not always openly received in Korea. We also did one talking about Lai Dai-han, similar case in Vietnam. And there was some backlash. Just because people don't like to, and this is everyone, not just Korea. We don't like to look back at our mistakes.
Right.
So if you're going to talk about Copino, and that is also a plan of ours too, to visit in the Philippines, always being very, very sensitive and aware that this is still a very recent injury for a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah. Fury Road said, I just started watching your videos recently. Your contents have hearts. Keep up the good work.
Ooh! Ooh!
Thank you.
We've got some hearts in there.
Appreciate that.
Heart. Thank you, guys.
Yo, I just thought of another goal.
Okay.
I'm going to say by the end of the year, I want to be able to purchase a rental property in the States.
Oh, yeah.
By the end of the year. I don't want to purchase this year, but I want to go ahead and just set myself up to where I can purchase next year.
So you want to get like a condo or something?
Not a condo. Probably for now, just a single family home.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's what
I have to choose the market because I used to do real estate investing, and so I actually dropped that so that I can come here and live. Oh. So yeah, I want to get back into it. I don't know if there's anybody that's like interested in that, but that's something that I'm interested in. Yeah, so that's the goal, financially. So I guess that's the financial goal.
I think that's great.
Yeah, and then by default, I guess she's part of that.
Yeah, and then I will, be the best landlady ever, and people will be like, "Oh my gosh, Becky's our landlady. We love her." And then I would come by, and we would, give them baked muffins and say, "Thank you for living here, and we hope you're happy." And then the word would spread. They would tell their friends, "Guys, they are the best. Becky's the best landlady ever. She gave us baked muffins." And then they'll be like, "Oh, when can I move in?" And then they'll be like, "Please, sir, please buy a new single house." And then you buy it, and then they'll move in there too. See? It's just good business.
That's not how that works, but it's a cute idea. Yeah. So by the end of the year.
Oh, wow. Samuel's into that. Dude, what city? He got his third single family rental property.
Oh, sweet.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Sam. I don't know just yet because the thing is, I'm gonna have to invest from overseas. So the plan is because my family's moving to another city, my sister and my mom, next year, or actually this year now. Mm-hmm. And so I'm gonna check out the market over there. That way, whenever I visit, I could always like pop in and just make connections. But I'm also open to other markets. I just have to make the right connections, with the realtors, the contractors, title companies, attorneys, all of that. And so I have my ways of just like quickly connecting with people like that, and also referrals. Mm-hmm. So I'm open to other markets that I won't necessarily be going to a lot, but yeah, and also I invested in New Jersey before I moved here. Yeah. So that's where I did a lot of my work. So I'm more familiar with the markets up there. Yeah. But third single family rental property, congrats on that, man. That's awesome. Yeah, so the thing is for me is to get one and then to scale up to 4 and then get into multifamily. So that is the goal. But yeah, as long as the numbers add up. So that's the most important for me. Mm-hmm. Knowing my market, having the right connections, because, I'm gonna have to hire a property manager, unless you want to go out there and live and bake cookies for them.
Well, I wouldn't live there, but I could drop by.
Deliver cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, we'll need to hire property management. So all of that, you know, I have to like think about. So I'm not sure what market, but what market are you investing in? I'm curious.
You know where you shouldn't invest in? Beachfront
Smile.
property.
Why?
Well, actually, if you have houses built too close to the beach, one, it's not good for the environment. And a lot of people are importing sand to make them beachy. There is actually a deficit of sand currently. And it is causing more erosion to our beaches when you have beachfront property.
Yeah.
So if you think about climate, you should refrain.
Okay, then we won't invest on the beach.
All right, that was easy. We're good business partners.
I wouldn't do that anyway. Beach isn't my thing, but
But
yes.
they are beautiful
Samuel
homes.
says multifamily's great too. If you need anything in Virginia, let me know. Awesome, man. That's cool. That's cool. Hampton Roads, Virginia. Very cool. Yeah, I would be open to Virginia too. That's close enough to North Carolina.
Virginia, yeah, is actually, yeah. I mean, that's close to
But
my
I-
family and yours.
Yeah, exactly. So it would just like that would be a consideration. Again, it's just like I'm all about like making sure the numbers work for me and for my goals. So yeah, and then it's like definitely way more affordable in the southern markets versus New Jersey. So
Something to think about.
yeah.
Michael asks, was it really difficult for you to learn the Korean language? Was it difficult?
Yes and no.
Yes and no, yeah.
For me, because I'm not advanced level, I'm like intermediate level. So there's still an element of the language itself isn't difficult for me to connect with in terms of like the grammar structure and how it's different from English, but it's more the vocabulary and the more complex grammar structures is a little bit more difficult for me. But that just comes with practice and study. Like versus someone who has never heard Korean and is learning from scratch.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with a Korean mom speaking Korean, so it's very familiar to hear it.
Yeah.
And the inflections and all of that.
Right. So that's, I agree. It was easy and hard. Hard simply because learning a language is hard. But easy because I think we had an added benefit to having heard it growing up, being surrounded. Yeah. Korean is actually considered one of the hardest languages to learn. Writing is one of the easiest, reading and writing, but actually learning it, to speak it, is very, very difficult. So I've heard.
True.
A lot of people are interested in real estate.
Oh yeah. I love it.
Big
I love
boom
it.
in Philadelphia's housing market. The VA area is doing well too. It seems everyone's liking there over at that area.
Yeah, Josh he says I used to invest in mobile homes and I flipped many for cheap and sold fixing them up for 3 times the money. Yeah, that's a good little niche that not a lot of people are into. I don't know anyone personally that invests in mobile homes or flips them, but I've seen people or connected with people who actually have done that and are doing that. There's one guy. He's trying to build a mobile home empire where he actually owns mobile home parks and
Wow.
So that's pretty interesting.
Well, I mean, a lot of people live in mobile homes. Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently, the government in Australia has passed a lot of legislation to spur investment, so people are buying like crazy.
Did you ever watch The Big Short?
I did not.
It was an interesting film.
There's a lot of films I did not watch.
You should watch The Big Short. It's about the housing market crash, the bubble. Very interesting film.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Do you want to watch it with me?
Yeah, I wanted to see it again. Also, artistically, it was filmed very interestingly.
Ooh, I'm down then.
Wow, so many people are in this business. I'll be surprised because when you brought it up, I thought everyone was going to leave the stream.
Yeah, I mean it's not for everyone, but it is it's a tried and true way of investing.
Tried and true.
Yeah.
How you can make monies. So it seems Samuel's really into this. That's cool.
Let's see, Samuel, I know you're actually trying to share a link, but for some reason...
Can you copy and paste that link?
Oh, I could.
You can just copy and
Let me
paste it so
see.
you can see it elsewhere. So many plans for 2021. I predict, well, in Korea, I predict we will get a hold on COVID by late summer. That's my prediction. That will be in Korea. We might still have other countries blocked off, as in we don't allow people coming in. Korea blocked the UK recently. And I think Korea will want to, if we get a hold of it inside, we'll want to protect our borders. I imagine it'll be like that for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say what's going to happen in UK or the US or Australia, so.
All right, cool. So let me see here. So this is the link that Samuel was trying to share, but it, it picked up as spam, and I couldn't show it for some reason. It's an error. So that's the link right there. So Ken, who is it? Ken McElroy? Cool. Real estate teacher. Oh, you're sharing another one. Sorry, it's just for some reason.
Yeah, I guess people are living in MVs. Is that what it's called? Mobile MV? RV? RV, or mobile homes. Because, yeah, it is a safer way to travel during the pandemic. So you can just avoid other people. You just stay in your own place.
Yeah, let me see here.
It's good.
Cool. Let me share this link as well, Samuel, because I really like this channel, actually this podcast and everything. So Bigger Pockets as well. Yeah, they actually were there when I first started investing, and they were like a big part. Like, they weren't nearly as big. I mean, they were still a huge podcast like years ago, but yeah. And if you do a search for me in the forums, Samuel, you'll probably see my old posts many, many years ago.
You know what? I looked you up before
On what?
we were dating.
On what?
I was like, Cedric Stout. You know what popped up?
What?
Your LinkedIn account.
Oh, really?
And you know what it says on LinkedIn?
What?
Has that photo where you're like,
In my suit.
and it says Stout Investments LLC, and I was like, what? Because at this point I didn't know anything about your housing stuff, so I had no idea who that was. It was weird to me because I just knew you as a YouTuber.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my
That's when I
life
first
back in the
learned it.
States, man. Yeah, but if anybody is interested in real estate investing, check out those links that Samuel shared. Well, actually, I ended up sharing them, the last two links. Yeah, I haven't really gotten into Ken's stuff because I didn't even know who he was, but Bigger Pockets for sure I do know.
Yeah.
So yeah, check those out if you're interested. I'm sure it would be a good introduction for you. Keith says, I saw an episode of Asian Boss.
It's about the virus.
Yeah, and the epidemiologist from South Korea was giving some real good info about the pandemic. I've seen, well, I didn't watch the videos, but I keep seeing the thumbnail pop up.
Yeah.
So I want to check that out.
We're going to see what happens with the vaccine. We know, yeah, Korea bought them. Originally, things weren't going to start being, people weren't going to be vaccinated until, say, June, because Korea was sitting back and watching what's happening because we had things under control. Now, as cases are rising, it seems that they're trying to push ahead with the vaccine. And said they'll start in February.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be vaccinated in February.
I don't think it'll get, I think it'll be more like the elderly population and the frontline workers probably in February, if anything. Yeah. But it's the timeline's getting pushed up a little bit. I think because like at this rate, we're still like swimming around 1,000 a day. So we haven't gone up, but we haven't gone down in the past 2 weeks. So that's, and on one way it's good that we haven't gone up, but on the other hand, the fact that we're at 1,000, that we jumped up to 1,000 from 50 to 100 a day, that was alarming. And so,
It was alarming.
yeah, hopefully they'll,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
yeah, hopefully we can contain this thing.
Yeah. Either way, we're just staying at home. So people are getting the news from all over the place. Arirang is a good place. That's where you get your stuff, right? Cedric or Kem's gonna connect with you on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I have been so inactive. As a matter of fact, I started changing my profile, I think like sometime last year to reflect what I'm doing now, and I don't think I finished. But yeah,
It was such a
you
shock.
can connect with me.
I
That'd be
actually
cool.
thought it was fake. I said,
So I changed
"Who's-
my profile picture and everything. Actually, I don't have that
pretending?"
anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Cause like I'm in Korea, so I like
that
have a
photo
whole new
though,
life. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll put it back up, that photo.
it was such a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
The old Cedric that I didn't know. Wow, we're caught up on everything, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what else I wanted to mention for 2021. I feel like a lot of it is just, I don't know what's gonna come. I do want to write more. I want to write things, write videos, maybe write a book. I have
Good.
ideas.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. You should write, because you're like, she's, if you guys don't know, she's very gifted in writing. Something that I'm very lacking in is writing.
No, you're a good writer. You're more like a Hemingway style.
Really?
Hemingway is very dry, no detail.
Is that a compliment?
That's just a style. There's some people
So I'm very
who are,
dry with no detail. I'm just like sort of matter of fact, I guess.
That's exactly it. And
I'm
that's
not
why
poetic at all.
people like Hemingway, because it was just like, it happened. He said this. She looked like that. Like, it's just duck, 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 right? The first time I read it, I did not appreciate it whatsoever, because I liked all that flowery Shakespearean stuff. And then I've realized, you know, it all has a time and place. I
You gotta get to the
reread
point, man.
Hemingway, and I really liked it. Yeah, you're more like a Hemingway guy, or a Steinbeck.
Yeah, I can't say I have too many more goals. Like, I don't have a lot this year. I don't have a list. I just know there are a few things that I want to do by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm taking actionable steps to get there.
Yes, you are. It's pretty cool to see that.
Yeah.
I would be a better baker. I want to cook better. I need to grow my repertoire. And, what else? Oh, Black is Beautiful. I want to become a freelance writer this year. That would be really cool. Yeah. You have to get published. There are places where you can publish articles in like magazines and stuff. Freelance writing would be awesome. I thought about that too.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. That would be great. She might be the most educated Korean involved in YouTube. That's funny.
I would agree. And then King says on January 3rd or 4th, we will probably find out what the next protocol level is in Korea. Oh, that's true. January 3rd, I think, is when they gave
Oh,
it to
yes,
us.
that's right.
I'll be happy if I can go down to level 1.5 in Dejin at least, I would assume. But there, I think we will be staying at the current level. Yeah.
Hemingway, Steinbeck, Shakespeare, and Stanley.
Charlotte Hornets. Am I a Charlotte's Hornets fan?
Oh,
Are
is
they
that
still in
what it
Charlotte?
is?
They're back in Charlotte, aren't they? As you could tell, I'm not a fan. I used to be growing up though. Charlotte Hornets was my basketball team. But then I think I went to, I think it was the 76ers when Iverson was playing, and then of course Chicago Bulls. I was a fan of most of my childhood. But then like I'd switch back and forth, Hornets, 76ers. And eventually I would land on, I think LA would be the last team I was really a fan of, but I haven't really been following basketball that much in the past few
I have
years.
never seen you watch basketball, ever.
Yeah, I just don't follow it right now.
Yeah. Do you play?
I used to play a lot
Really?
in the hood.
Oh,
I wasn't that good, but
still it's something.
I wasn't bad.
I played.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why are you laughing?
I thought it was a joke. No, that makes sense.
I played in middle school. And
Yeah?
I was,
Did you play on the team?
I was center.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, I started the game.
Mm-hmm.
They always picked me because I was tall. Our team won a lot because I was tall. And we had another girl named Jordan. She was very good. She was also tall.
Yeah.
Samuel asks, what's y'all's one thing for the year, if you boiled it all down? If we boiled it all down, one thing for the year?
I would say financial growth for me. Financial growth in like
growth.
all the areas where that is impacted.
Okay, all right.
That is through the work, and that is through the investing. Financial growth. Finances is one of the most important. I never talk about it because it has nothing to do with the channel. But I'm big on finances and stuff like that.
That's
so.
a good one, yeah. I like the idea of financial growth too. I mean, 2 years later, you have to update this.
It's true.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, that for me is it.
For me, I think wow, this is a hard question because there's so many things I want. I guess for me it is establishment. Because at this point, when people think Becky, they think, depending on who you ask, it's like, oh, she's that voice actress, or is she that model, or isn't she the girl who does YouTube with Skycedi? You know, or she's a singer. Like, it's very random, and all those things are me. It does reflect me, but it would be cool if people could just be like, oh, this is Becky. I know what Becky does. So
Right.
it's establishment. I would like to take all of those things and pull it together. I think I was exploring a lot. Now this is the year of, okay, this is who I am, paving my road. That was all very vague, and I know there's a lot of steps involved in that, but I think that's what I want.
Yeah, that's a good one for you, I think. Yeah, I think that's a tad bit more important for you than it is important for me, but
Yeah.
it's definitely more important for you.
Yes, it is.
Muggsy Bogues, Larry Johnson for the win. I remember Muggsy. Super short. He was a short basketball player I showed you like a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I
You
think
guys
he was
were
like
watching
5'3". Yeah.
that. Lulu, thank you, AJ. I will look into that. Lulu. Oh, I messaged you. Sorry, that was for me. Wow. How tall am I? I'm 176 centimeters tall. If you guys ever move back to America, what kind of style of home would you guys want?
Might cause a fight. Just kidding.
Why? What would we have?
I don't know. Like I think we vibe well.
We do vibe well.
But I would want a home that's spacious, that has dedicated rooms that are intentionally there, like a basically a film studio at home. Have a room or even a basement dedicated for that. But very minimal, clean, and lots of natural light.
Yes.
And a nice yard. Good sized yard.
Oh, so you want a yard? What would you do with that yard?
I don't know if like random kids lived there or came over, they could play out there.
Or if there were deer and foxes, they could just play in the backyard. Probably not together. But they could. And
Good.
rabbits. Have a garden.
Yeah.
Yes, I like the idea of a minimal home with lots of sunlight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want it to be like empty minimal, but I want it to be intentional with the things that are in there and it looks good. Like, I want it to be modern looking.
You
updated.
like the new places.
I do.
Like those modern, sleek, new.
I do.
Yeah. Because here we have people saying ranch style or farmhouse style. And honestly, I don't see myself living in that. I see the charm for sure.
Right.
But it is true. I do like stone.
Yeah, I think I was in a house in Paris, or outside of Paris
That's
last
right.
year.
That was a beautiful
It was
place.
beautiful. A couple 100 years old, but they renovated it. It was stone based. It was very good. Very nice. So with the right renovation, maybe I'd be down.
Yeah. I do like classic things, however. So while I appreciate the modern vibe and kind of like that that sleek exterior. I also really like classic things.
Sure.
Very difficult. I want a landed lot with a country off the grid. That's true. I don't like people knowing where I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I turn off all my notifications and stuff and tracking.
Right.
I don't like that. Need something off the grid.
Yeah.
Joelle, congratulations on your engagement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, by the way, we'll probably have to wrap up in just a few minutes because I have to get ready to go somewhere.
Yes, you do.
I do, and I don't want to be late.
Yeah, so many things. But it is interesting to talk and imagine about that. Now there's so much, it seems that the future is a bit more clear in some ways, as in, I know I'm going to be with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can start talking about that. Like, what kind of house do you want to live in?
Right.
Envision it.
Yeah. So from that angle, I think we'll be able to define a lot of things this year for us.
Yeah. And it'll be exciting to share with you guys. And we can go through that together.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
But yeah, I think what we can do is we can go ahead and we'll probably start wrapping it up now. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. Like, I would actually want to keep going if I didn't have anywhere to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just cool. It's just like chill.
Yeah. This is
So,
chill. It is nice.
Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah.
Black is Beautiful says it's past my bedtime. I'm trying to hang on to the end.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for hanging on.
Bye. Thanks for your time, Josh. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and if you guys popped in late, if you want to catch the replay, you know, as always with all the live streams, they'll be on the channel after. So, but yeah.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Congrats.
Thank you
2021's
so
gonna be
much.
good. Stay tuned for the videos. About
Yeah.
the engagement.
That'll be coming up soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you guys are on Instagram and are not following us, make sure you follow us at Skycedi, at Sincerely Becky W. It's also linked in the description. That'd be cool, just to kind of keep up with us
More the
throughout
daily
the week.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys so much for the congrats again. Really appreciate it. And for those of you guys that were here from the beginning of the stream,
Wow.
thank you.
You're the real VIPs.
Yeah, for sure.
Fury Road. Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, Furious.
Wow, you guys
That's
are
true.
so sweet. Seriously. I love this. Oh, thanks, you guys. And I'll give Chanel some snacks and say, these are from Cam Cam.
Some catnip. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and sign off. And yeah, it was a great start to the new year.
It was.
It's great being able to hang out with you guys.
Yes.
So
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Many blessings to come.
Indeed. All right, guys. We'll see you soon.